This is Machukanyarieko TV talk show, where we analyze politics and governance issues. We focus on national, local and international news. We examine the political way of our people, social and economic. Nyarieko TV talk show, the house of ideas.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Will you agree with me that in a few months to come, the Speaker of National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, and the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Mudavadi, will remain to be community elders? And by that I mean, they will have sent off forcefully by the likes of Natembe and Harwale from the national limelight. Before we proceed, because in this video I'm going to explain on the possibilities of Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula extincting from national politics. Kindly, if you are watching this channel for the first time, subscribe so that wherever we produce another video, YouTube will automatically notify you. And welcome. And sometimes you forget to like this video. Your like is as much as important as subscribing. Back to our discussion. There is debate all over the Republic of Kenya as to whether Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula will wield any influence come 2027. This is significant because these are the eyes of the President William Samoei Ruto, which means that if the duo fails, that is actually the fall of William Samoei Ruto. It is something in my mouth that has just fallen. So, and of course, there are those issues that we keep on thinking about. I was saying that the fall of Wetangula and Mudavadi means a lot to the opposition, at the same time a lot to the ruling party. Where is western part of the Republic of Kenya headed? Now that it has been controlled for quite some time by the late Raila Amolo Odinga, together with Moses Wetangula, partially Musalia Mudavadi and Eugene Wamalwa, what could be the next move now that Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Wetangula are exiting or are being forced to exit politics? At the same time, the Right Honorable Amolo Odinga is no longer with us. This explains why there is so much interest in the western part of the Republic of Kenya. This explains why the likes of Natembe security details, the likes of Harwale security details are being withdrawn. This explains why they are being threatened during their political rallies. Remember, The by-elections is a measure. It is a life and death exercise that will take place tomorrow, or that is, the preparations are underway. There is a likelihood that the Natembea and Harwale team is likely to win or to have their way. And because of that, all intimidation methods related to electoral malpractices are being meted to them. Will this stop them from winning or having their way or their say? Since George Natembea began the Tawe movement campaigns, a year is over. It was actually even before the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. People have been indoctrinated. People are aware that they have to say no to Moses Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi. And this has been acknowledged by Francis Atwoli, that young people are now able to unite the Western, while Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula, who have been in politics for centuries, have not been able. What is the future of the duo? Making the matter worse, they go to the western part of the Republic of Kenya, making empty promises day after day. There was a time when they were with His Excellency the President. They made several promises that such that even myself, when I was looking at the western part, I could see development everywhere, and I prayed that that development be taken to that side of the nation. But is the case a reality? If it is not a reality, it explains why George Natembea is gaining support day after day. It explains why the other principals recognize him as a kingmaker from the western part. And just a simple intimidation like taking away his security will not help, will not stop electorates from participating in their democratic right. Instead, it will make them vote to the last man to frustrate the owners of intimidation. What is your take? Drop your comment. If you feel that Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Wetangula will exist politically beyond 2027, just drop your comment and give your views. Machukanyarieko TV talk show, the house of ideas. Thank you and have a pleasant evening.